We are headed to Tampa, to Fox 13 News Studios. And man, I'm super excited for this opportunity that we are going to be live on a 30-minute news show called Unscripted. Love you too, bye. Basically, she invited us up there to share just some of my story, to share how Hand Up to Victory, High on Jesus got started, all the services that we provide to the community. Honestly, I don't know what else you're going to be asking, probably why the name is called Unscripted. I'll give a shout out to a good friend of mine, Amy Reeser. She actually reached out to Haley some time ago just to let her know, what we do with Hand Up to Victory and High on Jesus in Manatee and Sarasota counties. And she does some amazing stories that they just, they're hope. They just put out there a good message instead of all the doom and gloom stuff. And so sometime after that, she looked us up. She saw everything that we were doing, and she actually came to our High on Jesus meeting. And that's the first story that she did with us, and that aired on Fox 13 News. She came down and just gave us the opportunity to, first we picked 3 people that we had helped through Hand Up to Victory that are doing amazing now, and it was just what they needed in that moment of darkness that they had in order to help them to move forward with their life. They shared their story. I was able to tell a little bit of my story and just some of the services and things that we provide for the community and how we help people, and it got just a lot of traction, man. A lot of people watched it, and we had a number of phone calls actually from the Tampa area and surrounding areas of people reaching out. I mean, you would have been heartbroken if you would have heard some of the phone calls that we got from families that were saying like, man, I wish that my son or daughter would have known about your program. I wish they would have had this opportunity before. One lady said that their son passed. One person said, their daughter's in prison for a long period of time. And it was just kind of like, it grabbed your heart how so many people out there are suffering with this, probably behind closed doors. And it was like a relief for them to see it being talked about and out in the open, and they reached out to us. It was pretty cool. Oh man, I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie, but I'm excited, very excited. Make sure I have enough in case anyone wants to see it. Always got the High on Jesus, highonjesus.org. You can get the hats, shirts, beanies, hoodies. We got everything available. Just check out our website. Let's do this, brother. Top 10.
Like, no competition between you.
Well, thanks, man. Make me feel special walking in here. Okay.
And once you're done signing this, I need you both to sign these visitor signs as
well. Okay, cool.
All right, here we are, Fox, baby. How you feel, baby?
Live in the green room. Like this is crazy, man. I was peeking through. We're trying to see if we see anybody we know over there. There's the special the announcer's room over there. I guess you just let the other thing I'm thinking about is how long do you answer, right? Because it's a show. She said we got 2 commercial breaks, so it's like, do I go on for a long time here? Do I just say a real short and sweet answer? But trust in God, man. I already prayed. God's gonna tell me what to say. Oh wow, this is amazing, man. What? That's where he does it from? This is crazy. I gotta take like a quick picture, Oh wow.
See, moving into Hardee County near Wauchula. Pinellas is dry in the rain bucket this morning as we gradually.
Nice to officially meet you. This is great. It's so cool to see all this.
This phone call was a surprise to you, being able to drive up to the Fox 13 studios. Reflect back a little bit on the Hand Up to Victory journey, where you've come from, where it's going, and what these little, God moments, nuggets mean to you when you get them.
Probably like any profession, any career, whatever it is that we are in life, probably even being a parent. Anything has its moments where you just start to question, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? I don't see any results coming through, or nothing's really getting better. I kind of just do the same thing over and over again. I've had so many of those seasons where it's, is this really making a difference? Does anybody even care? Those type of questions that probably anyone starts asking themselves. And the moments, just like you said, when you're just keep on going, man. You don't let it sway you. Yeah, it affects you. Yeah, it's hard. But, God's got me here for a reason. Just going to keep moving forward, even if I don't understand it. Then all of a sudden, he shows us little glimpses. And, a door opens here. And not too long ago, I got a phone call from someone in Sarasota that said, hey, just wanted to let you know, I haven't told you this, but I've been considering you for a big opportunity. And, we'll talk about more later, things to come. And it's like, wow, like that somebody would think of me out of anyone else out there for a responsibility or a position like that is just a true honor, especially from the life that we came from. And when this came about, it's like, wow, like she's like, hey, your story needs more than a few minutes on the news. We need this longer show to be able to put it out there. And just the fact that she would pick me out of all the people out there, it's just, it feels good. It lets you know that, hey, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. God didn't forget about me. He's still in charge of everything. And it just lets us know, like you're doing what you need to do. The opportunities are going to come. Just trust God. Keep doing the next right thing every day. And the doors are going to open. It's guaranteed.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to another night of Unscripted. We are streaming live at fox13news.com and on your Fox local app. And tonight, we have Justin Hollis with us. He is the founder of Hand Up to Victory. It's a nonprofit helping people break the chains of addiction with the help of faith. Justin, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for this opportunity. I'm super excited. It's been an honor just being here, and everything you guys do is amazing. So thank you for having me. And I just remember when I was probably 12, and me and my friend, were drinking the rest of the liquor that was left over in the adult's cup. And I remember he was throwing up in the yard, and I was like, oh yeah, this is it. Like, I loved it. I loved the feeling. I'm like, this is me. And so kind of progressed from there, obviously, to, drinking and smoking. Eventually over time it led to harder drugs. Just definitely have to say that when it started getting into the painkillers and the opiates, that's when everything took a turn in a different direction. And when you get into drugs that you have to have it in order to be able to function, or if not, you go into full-blown withdrawal, that's a whole different animal there.
Honestly, for a long time in my life, like if you said the word Tampa, I think pain management clinics, because that was just the only reason that we came to Tampa for. And we would come up here all the time, man, like many times a week, many times a month. And there was a lot of craziness that occurred here. Stuff I seen during those days, man, I can't even put into words. I do not want to go back to it. I'm so thankful that God brought me out of it. And there's just a reason that I take this so seriously every single day. Like, no matter what, I know I have to protect this with my life. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes every single day to ensure that I never use drugs or alcohol ever again in my entire life.
Eventually it drove my son's mom to say, I can't have anything to do with you any longer. And I definitely feel there was always a point that I wouldn't take it past, crimes or whatever I was doing. And when that time came, when I knew that I wasn't going to be around my son any longer, who was the most, we were crying before and crying now, but my son was the most important thing in my life, and I just couldn't stop. That's when the runs came, where I was homeless on the street, robbing and stealing, doing all kinds of crazy crimes around people that I shouldn't have been around. And that started the series of rock bottoms that, I would find myself at a point where I was like, I need help. I got to change. I got to do something different here. And then those are probably the real relapses that, I'm talking about. When I tried to make an honest attempt to get sober, because I was so desperate and tired of the same thing happening over and over again. And I just remember, you know, I'd go to some recovery meetings, or I'd get a full-time job, I'd have a little money in my pocket again. And all those times where I thought, you know, maybe I got too busy to pray or to go to meetings, or maybe I had just thought I didn't need it any longer because I got this, right? I've been sober for a couple weeks. I got this figured out. I don't need any of that accountability any longer. And then I would give in one time, and then that would lead to another and another. And then 9 months later, I'm back out on the street, homeless. How did this happen to me again, over and over again? I believe that myself and the people that struggle with addiction, I believe, almost get to experience a level of God that maybe the average person doesn't. Because I feel like when you come to that place and you know that nothing that you've ever done has ever worked for you, and you keep on losing over and over again, and you finally realize, I can't do this. There's got to be something out there that can do this for me, or someone out there that could help me. And I believe that's the first step of taking that faith, and just, you know, knowing that there's a higher power, there's God out there that can help me. And then when God starts doing miracles, first of getting us sober, I mean, that's a miracle in itself. Every 24 hours sober is a true miracle. And then just as you start to get that deeper connection of diving into that relationship through prayer and getting into the Word, and just God starts revealing Himself to us, and we start operating within His will. I mean, there's no better feeling to know, like, yeah, God is helping me. I have His strength, His power. This is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing at this present moment down here on earth. There's no better feeling than that. And then to be able to pass that on to someone else and have them experience it is just amazing.
How was it?
Well, it was amazing, man. Amazing. It was, took me down memory lane a little bit. Definitely brought some tears in my eyes thinking about that stuff, and just the pain of losing Jaden, and how much he meant to me. Now I get to see the pain that we cause other people and the family members and friends. So just, you know, thinking about what my mom went through, and wish I could have added that now me and my son have the best relationship that we ever had. It was, you know, like, it'd be nice to add that in there, but it was just good, man. It was good that she allowed me to tell my story, that wrapped it up to all what Hand Up to Victory does. And then I thought that was super cool that she asked about the other people that were in the news story. And praise God that they're all doing amazing. And it touches my heart when the people that we help, like, they get it and they take it, the ball, and run with it, and they're doing amazing. So, and just praise God, man. Praise God for the opportunity and for another day clean and sober, and hope someone gets it, man. Maybe someone sees it, inspires them. Maybe they watch a YouTube channel, they hear some messages that impact their life. Just be willing to do something differently, man, than we've ever done before. That's the main thing.